Well, we certainly had a good week of baseball down in Mason, Ohio. Played really well. Really pleased with how we played on Saturday against UConn because UConn's a very good team. And it's fun to come here today knowing that we were going to see our name rather than were we going to see our name, so I think the players enjoyed it. We've been to Fayetteville before for a regional. They know how to host it. It's not going to be easy, but we're looking forward to playing KU on that first game.
What do you know about KU?
Well, I know that they're very offensive, and I've talked to some people in the Big 12 that have played them. They said they're a handful offensively. We're going into an offensive ballpark in Fayetteville, Arkansas. So my guess is it's not going to be a 3-2 game. We're going to have to figure out how to keep the ball in the ballpark because I think KU relies heavily on home runs, extra base hits. But our pitching has been really good the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. So hopefully that continues and we can find a way to kind of control the score a little bit. But KU's a very offensive club for sure.
What's your initial reaction to just the draw in terms of the region and where you guys ended up?
Yeah, we had heard a little bit that the possibility of going to Fayetteville, Arkansas. I mean, it's a beautiful ballpark, great fan base. They know how to do it. Our players are going to have a great experience. So, truthfully, we'd have been okay with anything. But I think it gives folks who are interested in going to the game a chance to get down there because it's only 6.5 hours away from Omaha. Well, it's awesome. I get a chance to spend some more time with this team. I really enjoy these guys. They've done everything we've asked them to do. So I'm going to enjoy today. We're going to go out for a very short workout, and then we'll start to really bear down tomorrow and Wednesday. We're not just going there to play. This team has a chance. And we're as healthy as we've been at this time of year. I like our depth. I like our experience. Our upperclassmen have done a great job both on and off the field. So we're not just going down there to play a couple games. We're going down there with the understanding that, we're going to give KU everything they can handle and then some. And then we'll worry about game 2 when it presents itself. But we'll have a good plan for Kansas, no doubt.
What's your comment on the exclusion of UConn and your two teams that ran a lot of the day?
Very disappointed that the Big East doesn't have a better reputation. We had 3 or 4 really good Division I baseball teams in that league this year. We just got done playing UConn. If that's not a top 64 team, then I don't know much about baseball. I really feel bad for UConn. Xavier was right there too. I mean, the game we had with Xavier on Thursday was a classic. I really thought we had a legitimate chance to get 3 Big East teams in, so it's very disappointing that we're the only one. I thought we at least minimum should have had 2, and then really we should have had 3.
I know the job's not finished yet, but just talk a little bit about how have you had time to kind of reflect, just having fun this year as your last year? What's this team kind of been like this last year?
Well, honestly, I had fun last week. A lot of people came up to me and said, "Man, they'd never seen me so relaxed," because I felt confident too. I felt good about our club. I felt good about our preparation. We're going into these games playing the best baseball we played all year. That's what you want as a coach. So there's no reason not to be enjoying it. So I'll do the same thing this week. We're going to have a couple really good practice sessions in preparation. But I'm trying to really, really make sure I emphasize enjoying being around these young people. And we don't take this stuff for granted. We know how hard it is to win a game at this level. And for our guys to win 41 games and to win 21 of the last 23, that says a lot. Well, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to come back. I knew we had a good nucleus of upperclassmen. We're not only talented on the field, but they cared. And they were disappointed with what happened. And they wanted another opportunity, another chance. So I was anxious to see how we could pull this thing together. And, none of us can predict 41 wins before the season started. But I really thought we had a chance to be different, to be special. And I just can't say enough about those upperclassmen and everything that they've done. Our best teams that we've had here at Creighton have been led by our upperclassmen. and I think this one will go down as one of the better teams because it's led by the upperclassmen. You know, my family was here, so I'm always, grabbing my grandkids and playing with them a little bit and so on. You know, it was relaxing knowing that we were in. I didn't know exactly what region we were going to be in, but it's always fun to spend some time with them. They were here. They were with us in Cincinnati last week. They're here today. My guess is they'll probably drive down to Fayetteville for the weekend. So, yeah, I didn't have anything to eat yet, but I will try to get a little bit before practice.
What's the rest of this week look like for you guys?
We'll have a short workout today. We'll have another workout tomorrow. We will practice on Wednesday as well before we travel down to Fayetteville. Then we'll get an opportunity to hopefully practice on their field on Thursday if the weather provides that opportunity. And then I assume we're playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I know some of these regions go Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I haven't heard for sure yet if we're Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but today will be a busy day in planning and getting everybody on board and making sure we're prepared so that when we go down there Wednesday, we can have a good workout on Thursday and then tee it up on Friday. Well, you know, good thing is our pitching, you know, like Dom, you know, he pitched on Wednesday, so he's going to have an extra day or two if we play on Friday. So really, I think the players would rather go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and let's figure it out. Let's go. You know, we don't need an extra day now. We got through with only 3 games in a conference tournament where many teams have to play 4, 5, or 6. So our pitchers are in good shape. My preference would be, let's go, let's find out, let's play Friday.
What are you looking forward to in Fayetteville?
Well, that's quite an atmosphere down there, you know, and Coach Van Horn, who I know a little bit through his days at Nebraska, we'll have a great conversation, I'm sure, when we get together on practice day. It's a great field. It's a great venue for college baseball. Those folks know how to enjoy the college game. So I think our players are going to really have a great experience, and that's what it's all about for these players. And I just hope that we continue this little run. Right now they're playing the way most teams want to play at this time of year. We've played down there before, and when we played in a regional down there before, we did have quite a few fans that drove down. You know, I mean, it's one of those places you kind of want to go if you're a college baseball fan because the atmosphere is so interesting, so unique. So I hope a lot of folks do get down. I hope the weather cooperates. We didn't have great weather in Mason, Ohio over the weekend. I'm hoping it feels a little bit like baseball, you know, maybe in the 70s. A little sunshine would help too. But I hope they get a chance to come down. From the feedback I've gotten from people, they really enjoy watching this team. They realize they're very connected. They get along. They have fun. They know when it's time to have fun and when it's time to bear down. And that's what you get with an older team.
You know, it meant a lot to come back from injury this year, more so as a team getting to the Big East tournament and then winning it. That was awesome, especially for the guys that have been here for 4 years. We didn't get there the past 2 years. To finally get back to Prasco and then to win it was even better. And, Prasco is a regional in itself. It's a 4-team double elimination tournament, so I think that prepares us well for what's coming up next year. Yeah, I guess it's great that we ended up winning the Big East tournament because, as you saw, the other 2 Big East teams didn't get in. And all the projections had us in Arkansas. It seems like a really cool place to play, so it's nice to know that's where we're going, and I think we're really excited to get going.
Do you know anything about them so far? I know they just announced the matchup, but
I don't know much about them other than we were kind of joking around there how their Saturday guys have lefty up to 101. I don't know if that's true, but that's what a couple of my teammates just said, so that's about all I've heard about Arkansas so far. But, we're focused on Kansas, so I'm sure we'll find out later today at practice from Coach a little bit about them and then go from there.
What do you know about Kansas so far?
Another team I don't know much about other than former teammate Malachi Vitak. He transferred there this year, so it'll be cool to see him.
So, help you prepare staff. got done playing games in a small ballpark, bigger ballpark, and how are you going to another one?
Yeah, like I said before, I think Prasco really prepares you well for a regional just because the tournament setup itself is like a regional. Then yeah, the field is, especially when the wind's blowing out like it was those first 2 days in Mason, that it really prepares you for a southern ballpark that might not have the farthest dimension. So I think all around Prasco really prepared us well for what we're about to face in this regional.
Can you speak a little bit about Garrett's final game? That was like well over 100 pitches in 3 days. It looked like that he just goes up there and sticks.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Garrett's awesome, and it doesn't matter if he's pitching on fumes or he's fresh. He's going to give it everything he has, and we believe in him in any situation. And that was awesome that he was the one who was able to close it out.
You mentioned what it meant to go back to Prasco this year. What's it mean to be back or to be in the NCAA tournament? What's that mean?
It's the greatest feeling in the world. That's what we set out to do each and every year, and to finally have done it in my 6th year, and then all my teammates that I've been here with 4 years, the new guys, it's just an amazing feeling. But we're ready to go to work and see what we can do in the regional.
Yeah, feeling great. I'm real excited to get to Arkansas. I think it's something, back in the fall and August that we have been, preparing for and, setting goals. And, the days finally come where regionals come out and we find out where we're going. So, vibes are definitely high around the team, and we're just ready to get going.
What's that feel like? I know that you haven't been here since 2019, but it's the program's first appearance since 2019. To know that you were a part of the team to get back to the tournament, what's that feel like?
Yeah, it's great. This is being my first year here. In the portal, talking to a bunch of different schools, that was a big thing that Coach Curran and a lot of the other coaches kind of, made it a very big goal. They said that we're going to bring you in, and our goal's nowhere short, just get into a regional and come in here and going throughout the year, and we played well enough to get to this point. So I think we're just going to continue to ride that momentum and see where we end up at the end of it.
Garrett, 9th inning, one situation, Coach Service goes out and talks to you. What do you say?
I'm going to be completely honest. Whenever I'm out there, I'm pretty. It's almost like tunnel vision. So I'm just in that situation, just trying to finish out the game. I'm pretty sure it was along the lines of just kind of taking a little bit of a deep breath, just because the situation kind of sped up a little bit, and all we were thinking about was get that last out in dog pile. So I think him coming out there is it kind of gave us a little bit of a time to take a breather, and then after that we were able to get those quick outs, and then finally a dog pile at the end of it.
What was it like with the dog pile? Then you had to wait for the review.
Yeah, so whenever that ball was hit, I was a little late getting over, and then Will dove, and I watched him touch the base before, so I had probably the best angle of it. I was on the bottom of the dog pile. I didn't even know that they were going to review it, so we were celebrating, and then I saw them walking out, and then finally gave the out call, so I think that was the first time that I knew that they were going to review it, but it was, I think everyone kind of knew that he was out, and so it was a good feeling for sure.
What do you think of Kansas? What do you know about him so far?
I don't know too much about Kansas, but whenever it comes down to it, we could be playing Kansas or we could be playing the Yankees. It really doesn't matter for us. We're just going to, our coach has been great all year with scouting reports and, figuring out ways for the pitching staff to get out hitters and for the hitters, to kind of attack these pitchers. So I think we're going to go in there, riding a lot of momentum and extremely confident.
Yeah, no, it's been phenomenal. I know that I've had a leadership role this year coming in and knowing that I need to push myself to be the best leader that I can be. And coming from that last year not being really a big focal point of it, and then coming in this year I knew that is stepping my game, and just the older teammates that I was around last year really showed me what it was like to be a leader, and then putting into that role this year, I think that's a big part for me, just pushing them, show me, and I live with older guys who have been leaders on the team in the past and just learning from them.
You guys, as the team started to get announced, you guys kind of just, you knew you were going to get in, but was there any just kind of anticipation? How were you feeling as more teams started going off the list and you guys were getting closer and closer to knowing you're going to Arkansas?
Yeah, obviously we were the last regional that was announced, and just that anticipation of knowing that we were going to go there and seeing all the things on social media of Arkansas, all that. I think we were really prepared to go there, and then have that showing up was something that was great.
What do you know about Kansas so far?
Honestly, nothing. I know Malachi Vitok from last year's there. I've talked to him a little bit, but for them as a program, I don't know a whole lot.
Are you excited?
You know, hometown kid, watching growing up, watching all the series, what's it mean to be able to take Creighton, give them the opportunity to make it back?
Yeah, I mean, growing up here, I've played a lot of summer ball, so I haven't been around a whole lot lately. But growing up, seeing Rosenblatt, I watched TCU way back when at a walk-off home run, and from that moment, I knew like that's something that I want to be a part of, and being able to get the opportunity to even have a chance to go there is something that's awesome.
Everyone in the country kind of has their eyes on the road to Omaha, but for you guys, if you travel well enough, obviously it's kind of the road home. What would that mean to you?
I mean, that would be an unbelievable experience. Just obviously growing up here as a kid, seeing all the people that have come out of here and all that stuff, it's truly special. And then seeing my friends obviously come back that are on other teams and just having them embrace it and showing them my home, it's great.
Excited to hit the road in Arkansas. How are you feeling there?
I think we're feeling great. We're still deciding if we're going to bus there or not. And I think a bus trip for us now in the season would be awesome, just to reconnect as a team and just have one last go at it no matter what.